Yo, what's going on guys, HyperX here, welcome back to another Destiny video. It's Tuesday, it's reset day, which of course means I'm back to tell you guys what is new in the world of Destiny this week. So as always, if you do enjoy this, you do find it helpful, then a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below if you have any questions, but kicking things off this week before we dive into the activities, don't forget that Iron Banner is back, which means for the next week, if you guys want a chance to earn some of the items you see on screen, then this is your chance to do so. As always, it goes live at the usual Iron Banner time, so if you guys are in the UK, that is 6 PM, and for those of you guys in the States, then that is of course 10 AM Bungie time for those of you in the kind of Pacific time zone. So, usual time, check back then if you want to earn any of these items, but if we now turn our attention to this week's activities, first up, your weekly featured raid this time round is of course King's Fall. So that is your chance to hit up all 3 challenge modes, a chance at lots of 400 light gear, some adept weapons, and of course also more Age of Triumph ornaments. If you guys have any trouble with that, then you can check out the guides on the channel, but by now I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume that a lot of you guys know what you're doing. So if we then turn our attention to the Nightfall, this time round it is the Wretched Eye Strike. Your modifiers are Arc Burn, so of course arc damage from any source is greatly increased, Ironclad where more enemies have shields, Catapult where grenade recharge rate is greatly increased, and also Exposure where Guardian shields are increased but do not replenish. And of course, as always, completing that will also net you a skeleton key. Moving on from there to the Siva Crisis Heroic Strike playlist, your modifiers for that one are Void Burn, Berserk, and Brawler, and that is of course the source of your first Treasure of the Ages that week, plus 10 legendary marks each time you run it for the first 3 runs. After that, moving over to the Challenge of the Elders, your modifiers are Airborne and Trickle, so players deal more damage whilst airborne, and also recharge of abilities is significantly reduced, and your kill bonus this time around is super kills, so of course throw in any armor pieces that help you generate orbs, help you get your super back faster, weapons as well, and that'll of course make that a hell of a lot easier. After that, your weekly story playlist is of course the source for your second Treasure of the Ages this week, and of course more legendary marks per run. Plus, the modifiers for that are Match Game and Catapult. And then finally, the third Treasure of the Age this week comes from your Crucible playlist, which is my all-time favourite mode, Combined Arms. A chance to jump into First Light, mess around with some vehicles, good old-fashioned fun. That is a mode I definitely always like jumping into. So, those are your activities this week. So if we now turn our attention to the vendors, starting off in Felwinter Peak and speaking to Tira Khan, your artifacts this week are Memory of Felwinter, so you lose your super, but you gain 1 extra grenade, melee charge, and a boost to all stats. On top of that, you also have Memory of Scory, so when your super is full and you get a kill, it causes your nearby allies' supers to recharge faster. And finally, the other one is Memory of Perun, where enemy guardians with full supers and all enemies with low health are highlighted. So those are your artifacts this time around. If you guys haven't got any of those, then feel free to grab them to help complete your book. But if we then turn our attention to Shiro, if you're going into the Plaguelands or Archon's Forge in any capacity, then it's probably worth your time picking these up for some extra XP, plus a chance to proc that Thorn bounty. As for the class items, these are the ones we have for sale this time round. Moving on from there to the tower, speaking to Lord Shaxx, these are your 2 Crucible bounties this week, your weekly Crucible bounties. So the first one is for the Supremacy game mode, and the second one is for Control. So completing those, handing them in, is a chance at Nightfall tier rewards. And for those of you guys that want the weapon bounties, then these are the ones you can grab from the Crucible Quartermaster opposite Lord Shaxx. And then finally, while we're in the tower, speaking to Commander Zavala, for those of you guys still on the quest for Icebreaker, then your strike scoring bounties are found down here. Handing them in is your chance at that drop. Then after that, jumping over to the Reef, speaking to Petrovenge. These are of course your daily and weekly bounties, the usual combination, 3 and 3. So if you're still doing those to get Queen's Wrath rep, then they are the ones this time round. And then finally, if you're going to be going to the Prison of Elders in any capacity, then speak to Varix and grab these. Now, normally I would also include weapon recommendations, but I've been a little bit busy this week, so I haven't had a chance to kind of sift through those and decide on them. So I will return the weapon recommendations segment to this video in the next episode, which will be back in 2 weeks because I'm at E3 next week, so there won't be a weekly reset, nor will there be a Zur video. So next week there will be Destiny 2 videos, of course straight from E3, and of course the conferences, and loads of other gaming videos. So for those of you guys that play other games as well, then do definitely check those out. But for the time being, that is your week in Destiny. That is what you need to know. And of course, Iron Banner goes live tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.